Okay, so now we're gonna look at how to format the plot, how to set up the color, the point style, and the grid, tick mark, and other decoration of the plot. So let's have a look at the function. This is the plot raw sounding power center right function. Okay, so for example, if we have a look on this, we create a figure and then we do this. We're gonna have something like this, but it doesn't look very nice. And if we come to this, it's gonna look nicer. Okay, so let's give it a try to see how it works first. In order to do that, to make it simple, we're gonna copy it to other file here. So in this file, we're gonna do that. So if we run this, we're gonna get this. So what we're gonna have here is firstly is creating a plot with a subplot and a side. We know the size as well. Here it is 7 by 7. Then we turn on the grid. Then we choose the tick mark is on the right or on the left. But here we choose is on the right. So axis, y-axis, tick is on the right. And then we format the this is for format the display of this one. So this is for formatting the number of display for here. So here we choose 0 number after the decimal point. What if we do this? Oh, no, it doesn't affect anything. So I'm not sure how it works. Forget it. And we set the title is bold. And you also create the legend text, so we know that the legend text is this one. So basically up to here we have a figure looks like this. Then we're gonna plot the, so we're gonna choose that, then choose that, then choose the legend. We're gonna choose that, and then we're gonna choose the, okay, I'm gonna choose that, then I'm gonna choose the legend. Okay. So I'm going to put it the show here, put it here, and run it from the beginning. I'm going to have something like that. So if I just want to plot all the points. It's very simple. Well, probably I don't need that. If I want to have a look, if I want the legend as well, I can do that with legend. But if I don't want the legend, I just put here and plot it. So with that, without the legend. And I also have the coordinate grids as well. So in here I have several things, which is index to side dictionary. So what is index to size? So the size of each point here is defined by index to size. So it depends on the types of survey. We're going to choose the size for each one is different. For example, the first one is 40, then 40, but the third one we select 20. So let's see why it is 20 here. So the third one, which is the third one, which is red, is 20, because the red color is kind of very different from the other color, and it's if we make it, if we select it as 40, it's gonna make the point bigger. So we decide to choose 20. Similar, the next is 40, then 40, and 40. But this one we choose 30. Because if we make this 40, it will cover all other points. So for this color plot, we see all different surveys for the fit file. So that's a good plot. So just to display the size of the point, so we use this as a dictionary. So for every single index, we're gonna have one value, and then we just get the value, the corresponding value using a dictionary. This is the index to color. So how can we plot each survey, the XYZ point for each survey with one color? So we use this dictionary. So for each index, we're going to have one color. And this one is defined by a function. And this function we define in here. We define in here a couple of functions which include index to color. Next is index to transparency. So the transparency is also very important. Here we have the transparency for all surveys are 1 except the 7th survey. Why? Because the Z7 survey, there are so many sampling points, and it makes the sampling hard to see from and it's cover all other samplings. So we decided to make it transparency of 0.6, so we can still see the cyan color here, but we can still see other sampling point or XYZ point from other surveys as well. And then we choose the age. This is just a normal setting for scatter plot, and then the marker. So index to marker. So the marker is defined by index to marker. So for each index, we're going to have one times marker. So the first one is O equivalent to circle. Second is V equivalent to the downwards triangle. The next is S. This is equivalent to square. Yeah, and the next is P equivalent to which is polygon, and the next is H, which is equivalent to hexagon, and another P here. We have 2 P here. Okay, so we have 2 pentagon here, and 7 hexagon. And then the final one here is D, which is this shape, which is diamond here. So that is index to marker. So if we just select, for example, we plot this, and if we don't use it, we're going to change something like this, and let's change the size is just 44 O, and then the index to color it just we just choose B for O, and then we choose alpha, it just 1 for O, and we choose H color, and marker we're going to choose for example, let's say circle for O, circle for O. Then that's it. Oh man, my mistake. I we should change this to circle for all. So now we can run it. Let's see how it works. So we're gonna have something like that. We're gonna make this transparent, and we're gonna do it again here. Oh, it doesn't work actually. Marker is gonna be out, and that's it. Then let's see how it works. So we're gonna see that. The color is blue, alpha is 1. So if we plot something like this, you don't know which survey is, or which point are represented for this survey and which point are represented for this survey. So we need a plot looks like this. So that's why we need to format it. If we don't format it, the color will look something like this. So we cannot see it. So that's how we can change from this to this. So if we keep something like this, we're going to have a plot looks like this, and if we change this, then we have a plot looks like this. And that's it for the decoration of color and stuff. Next we're going to look at the decoration of the tick mark as well. So this is a major tick mark. We're going to define major tick mark for every 20 and minor tick mark for every 5, for example. So here is the tick mark, mean, major, and a step. So the major step, which is here actually major step is 1, and the minor step here is 0.1. So if we do that, and then we put the show down there, so we turn on the minor, and let's see what we have. Turn on the license as well. We're gonna have something like this. So that is so the text here is turned on, but the grid for the minor text is not turned on yet. So we also need to turn on the grid for the minor text. Yeah. So but this is only for major grid, not yet minor. So we also need to do something else, which is making the alpha or the transparency of the grid of major and minor a little bit different. So for the major it's going to be 0.95, minor is going to be 0.7. So let's try it and see what we have here. So we got the major there, the minor there, but it doesn't look very nice. Okay, doesn't look very nice. Then we're going to do something else. We want to put the aspect as well. So we want to put the aspect is equal. So the scale of horizontal scale and vertical scale is the same. So let's try and put that. And then we have the scale exactly the same. But one more thing we can have a look at, which is here we have the direction of the text. You can change it in or out, and tick here. If we make it out, it looks like that. We can put it in and make it inward. So and also the color, which is black, but we can put it as blue if we want to. And the alpha as well, with color as black. So this is the parameter for width alpha is major, and this is for text. And then we do like that, and we put the shell down there, and we make a whole figure there. We're gonna have a tick, and the color we set for that. We choose to have blue here, but probably not very nice to have it blue, so just go for black. And now we can set it, so it's all black now. But we can see that here, this is horizon. This text direction is horizontal. We want something like this. It's very cool for northing, and horizontal for easting. How to do that? We're gonna choose the rotation here. So we define the x tick rotation is 0 and y tick rotation is 90. And then after we have that, we can also set the thickness of this tick mark here. Here we set 1.5 and it looks pretty okay. So and we also can set the front side of the tick text here and the rotation of the text. So for example here the front side is 8 and the rotation is here is 0 and here is 90. And if we see the last plot looks like this, not very nice, but if we plot the whole thing here, when we choose the rotation tick for x and y are different, then we have something like this. So this is a plot. It's a high quality plot that we can put on publication or report or thesis, etc. So that's it. We finished decoration of the plotting of raw XYZ data from CSV data file or XYZ data file, and decorate it by color, by point style, and also plot a coordinate grid with correct coordinate format, and it looks like a map here. We probably can plot something like not arrow here. Probably it's good thing to plot something not arrow here. Just some kind of symbol or something like that. But if not, we can do it in Word, but it's better if we can plot it. So that's it for decorating a vector map using Matplotlib.